Sparta is a warrior society of ancient Greece, and the Spartans arose from the city-state of Sparta. The Spartan army reached the pinnacle of its power after defeating its rivals from Athens. They were trained by setting strict rules since birth, and due to their strict military drills, they became one of the most feared and formidable military force of that time. The Spartans had three basic core values: discipline, courage, obedience. These values were the top priorities of Spartans. The Spartans were the best warriors of ancient Greece. They were trained from birth, and they had to follow a strict set of rules all their lives. The Spartans are equal of any man when they fight as individuals. Fighting together as collective, they surpass all other men. Rise up, warriors, take your stand at one another's sides, our feet set wide and rooted like oaks in the ground. Learn to love death's ink black shadow as much as you love the light of dawn. Here is courage, mankind's finest possessions. Here is the noblest prize that a young man can endeavor to win. There's no room for softness, not in Sparta. No place for weakness. Only the hard and strong may call themselves Spartans. Only the hard, only the strong. It was natural for Spartan women to think and speak as Gargo, the wife of Leonidas. She said, "For we are the only woman who bring forth man." There is no use for bravery unless justice is present, and no need for bravery if all men are just. If you confer a benefit, never remember it. If you receive one, never forget it. The daughters of Sparta are never at home. They mingle with the young men in wrestling matches. We are the only ones who give birth to a man. Son, remember your courage with each step. From the time he could stand, he was baptized in the fire of combat, taught never to retreat, never surrender, but death on the battlefield, his service to Sparta, was the greatest glory he could achieve in his life. Feel no fear before the multitude of men. Do not run in panic, but let each man bear his shield straight toward the four fighters, regarding his own life as hateful and holding the dark spirits of death as dear as the radiance of the sun. You should reach the limits of virtue before you cross the border of death. The gods will take care of the king's army. It is not a question of what a Spartan citizen should do, nor a husband, nor a king. Instead, ask yourself, what should a free man do? The Spartans do not ask how many are the enemy, but where are they? The walls of Sparta were its young men, and its borders the points of their spears. The city is well fortified, which has a wall of men instead of bricks. No retreat, no surrender. That is Spartan law. And by Spartan law, we will stand and fight and die. Come back with your shield, with it or on it. Learn to love death's ink black shadow as much as you love the light of dawn. Either quit your thieving or quit breeding. If you talk to an ordinary Spartan, he seems to be stupid. But eventually, like an expert marksman, he shoots in some brief remark that proves you to be only a child. Sparta had many faults, but it produced men. They should live all together on an equal footing, merit to be their only road to eminence, and the disgrace of evil and credit of worthy acts. Their one measure of difference between man and man. Crying is for cowards, but you, my son, I will bury you without a tear. You are my son, and son of Sparta too. Eat a good breakfast, man, for we all be sharing dinner in hell. Let a man learn how to fight by first daring to perform mighty deeds, not where the missiles won't reach. If he is armed with a shield, but getting in close where fighting is hand to hand, inflict a wound with his long spear or his sword, taking the enemy's life with his foot planted alongside a foot, and his shield pressed against shield, and his crest up against crest, and his helm up against helm, and breast against breast. Embroiled in the action, let him fight man to man, holding secure in his grasp haft of his sword or his spear.